many time zones are there in China?
Oh.
Yes, Jimmy.
1.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
No, don't even explain. Let's just enjoy that moment for a second. I don't know anything on this bloody show.
Yeah, that's absolutely
it's
right.
1, actually.
Why do you think that?
What? Do you know what? That's not important. What matters is... There's 1 time zone in China.
Yeah.
You can take that to the bank.
Yeah.
I imagine the Communist Party decided what the time was, and that was it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So, given the size of the nation, you would think that it would be many different...
4.
At least 4. But it's always Beijing time, no matter where you are. So if it is noon in Beijing, then 3,000 miles away, it is also noon. It was standardised time in 1949, following the Revolution and the Civil War.
Was there people in the middle of the night, like, forcing lunch down them?
Yes.
Oh, lunchtime again.
Yes. In the summer, there are places where the sun sets in the middle of the night, and then in the winter, the sunrise might not come until 10 o'clock in the morning. First adoption of standard time in Britain, why did we adopt it?
Was that wartime?
No, 1847. So we're talking about the railways. It's because there's no point in having the railways if you're all on different times.
You say that, but I don't know if you've used Southern Rail.
GMT, we start to get it. 1855, about 98% of the country is using it, and then it became Britain's legal time in 1880. But there were still places, some British clocks have got 2-minute hands. So there's a still working public clock over the old Corn Exchange in Bristol, and it has a black minute hand for GMT, and it has a red minute hand for what was known as Bristol time, and it's 10 minutes behind. And that clock is still working.
10 minutes behind.
I've done some gigs in Bristol, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't get it straight away. I think that might be him.
China, the city of Jinan, spelt Qinan, but pronounced Jinan in China, is about the same size as Corby, you can see it behind us, and is also, by coincidence, the site of one of the country's largest steelworks. But what quite interesting material do they make their houses from? Yeah.
I don't know, is it dinosaur eggs?
I'm almost inclined to tear up the real answer and say yes, but
Because I've got one.
a Chinese dinosaur egg.
Yes, it was a birthday present from my wife.
Every evening, Bill, 4 hours on the egg, just in case.
Yeah. I'm thinking about taking it abroad, you know. Taking it to the airport, you know, see if I can get it scanned for free, you know, just put it... Oh! So he goes, my God, what the... You know, I thought of doing that when the tortoise was ill, getting it saved. It's stone. It's fossil, obviously. It's stone, weighs... I thought it was a skull at first when I opened it. And I thought, that's a bit of a weird present, but I'll go along with it. Yeah, great. And they're huge, and they make very good building blocks. So they...
Well, it wasn't as gibberingly, drivellingly stupid an answer as it at first sounded, was it? No, it's not that. It is a very famous Chinese thing that these houses are
Bamboo.
constructed of. Oh, dear, not bamboo. No.
Oh, sir.
Yeah?
Bootleg Coldplay CDs.
Bits of the Great Wall.
Yes is the right answer. Help yourself to 10 points. Absolutely right. Yeah, it's a rather sad thing, this Great Wall of China. It is disappearing. There's only 20% of it left.
Where has it gone?
Well, people just cart bits off to build pigsties and walled barns, and farmers just take bits because it's handy material. The Gobi Desert is encroaching upon the Great Wall.
Is it?
Yeah, unfortunately.
How rude.
Yeah, I know.
How does the desert encroach? Sort of like, you sort of look away and then...
Clay's grandmother's footsteps.
I'm sure it was. It's the same way you get the armrest on a train.
They should convert it into flats or something, you know, something useful.
Wouldn't that be brilliant?
If they converted it into flat... Look, it's thick enough for flats. You just need to knock a few windows on either side. And then you could probably have, you know, 400,000 or 500,000 flats all the way along it. And then people would look after their own bit with, you know, window boxes and everything.
Or a retail opportunity. The Great Mall of China would probably do it. That would do it. But No. But there you are. Points all round to everybody who deserves them and none to those who don't.
What point was Chairman Mao trying to make by giving Stalin 12 tons of radishes?
That you should never trust substitutions at Ocado.
Mine's not an Ocado one. I got, you know, they do, until I tick the box saying please don't replace things in my home delivery, I ordered vegetarian sausages and genuinely they said, we didn't have any vegetarian sausages, we've given you frozen octopus.
That's very disappointing. So why...
A lot of radishes, 12 tons.
So Chairman Mao visited the Kremlin for the birthday of Joseph Stalin, and to celebrate, I don't know, Chinese agriculture and cement friendship and so on between the two nations, Mao gifted 12 tons each of cabbages, radishes and onions.
That's a lot.
But then, you couldn't do this now, Mao was absolutely furious. He was put in a country house just outside Moscow with nothing to do except, as he put it, eat, sleep and shit for 10 days. And actually his analysis of what he was doing, which was to eat, sleep and shit, was the reason that he was there. The head of the secret police had been ordered to assess the Chinese leader's temperament by analysing his stools. They were stealing... They were stealing his poo. Yeah. So there were special toilets with boxes in and they were coming and taking the stuff away.
They stole his
They still do stuff like that. Like, that's why Macron wouldn't do a COVID test when he went to see Putin, because he thought they'd use the COVID test...
To steal his DNA.
To steal his DNA.
Yeah.
And do what with it? Make another Macron?
Yeah. Have you seen Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
They're going to do Macron Island.
Tell you what, Josh, I'd go.
Yeah.
Look at little old Emmanuel, yes, please.
Anyway, so they tested all the stuff and it must have worked out because the two countries went on to sign the Sino-Soviet Treaty of Friendship, Alliance and Mutual Assistance. But it's a big thing. And so, for example, Kim Jong-un, the North Korean leader, he takes his own toilet everywhere with him. That's not him burying it. Really clear. And his father, on a government website, it once stated that his father, Kim Jong-il, never needed to urinate or defecate.
What?
Yeah,
That's not true.
He does sound Kim Jong-il, am I right?
Yeah, exactly.
Bit of fun, isn't it?
What? If you go over...
That sounds like an old vaudeville comic. Just a bit of fun. Just a bit.
If you're a world leader and you're going over somewhere, you don't want your DNA to be...
They go back onto Air Force One. They genuinely do. They'd go back to go to the toilet onto Air Force
plane.
One.
Yeah. Right, but that's just America. Like, does everybody just go back onto their plane?
There's genuine fear of having your poo analysed.
What you should do is, like, get, like, some elephant urine and then go to the toilet, pour it down,
that'd be
and
amazing.
come out and they'd be like, what the hell is going on here?
Is powdered rhino horn used for in traditional Chinese medicine?
I'm going for it.
Yes!
Aphrodisiac.
I know.
Yeah, that's obviously what we're all thinking.
Yeah.
But I'm always thinking that with everything.
Oh, yeah.
That could be an aphrodisiac. Give that a go.
In official Chinese traditional medicine, rhino horn, or zijiao, has never been prescribed as a sexual stimulant. It's a myth, which the Western media seems happy to run with, and it's not true at all. Most often seems to be prescribed for fever. But there's a whole list of things that you might suggest.
I imagine the horn, if it wasn't powdered, I imagine the horn could be quite a sexual stimulant.
What, so you could just literally say, I've got the horn?
Yeah. Is that where that comes from?
Here it is.
Got the horn. No.
In these socially distanced times, it might be better.
Yeah.
Here's a rhino horn.
What are you doing there, Harry Potter? What are you doing? Conducting the proms?
I haven't got the point yet. The pointy end's pointing out. I want you
Right.
And I'm...
Tempting a woman.
Yeah, I'm being tempted. It doesn't have to be a woman. Could be a rhino. But
I don't think a
very
rhino would be
alluring.
tempted by the disembodied horn of its friend.
That's Uncle Albus!
You go, there's a rhino over there. They come over, and then they think, well, actually, now I'm here.
Have a look at all these diseases that, in traditional Chinese medicine, they reckon you can cure with some rhino horn, of which my favourite, I think, is the The evil miasma of hill streams.
When you get it, it's...
Yeah, that's very bad.
Can't get rid
Although
of it.
rectal bleeding.
Well, you would get that with the right.
Yeah. China isn't the only culture to attribute special properties to the rhino horn. So the Greeks believe that you could detect poisons if you drank because it would produce bubbles or by the horn changing colour. So there may be something in the poison detection thing because rhino horn's mostly made of keratin and it chemically reacts with strong alkaline solutions, which many poisons are.
But it's a nonsense, isn't it, the medicinal thing?
Yeah, I mean, they did a study in 1990 at the Hong Kong University and they used very large doses of rhino horn and again, rats, very slightly lowered fever in them. But not worth it, I think, to kill a rhino to get a rat to feel a tiny bit better.
The trade-off is not good.
Pants off, it would be fine.
Call me an animal rights mad person, but I think that's
some
probably...
cotton briefs on.
You'll be right as rain.
But the reason that they come to a point is that the outer keratin is softened by the sun, and then it's worn away when they clash horns or rub and so on, and the solid core remains. And if their horns were hard all the way through, then it would have a cylindrical hall. It wouldn't be shaped in any way.
If they looked after it, they could have like a Coke can.
I know, it's a flat top. Yes. Yeah.
Just back off, I'm growing this.
Yeah,
I don't want one of those pointy ones. I want a stumpy one.
Well, there are some that have a different shape to it, because most of them tend to grow in that shape, and that's because the keratin in the front grows faster than the keratin in the back. But you do see the occasional rhino with a forward curving horn. And this one just looks depressed, doesn't it?
It's always...
Yeah, it's like he had a normal horn and then he went...